Why would someone choose to teach elementary science? When I was younger, I always loved science. It was exciting to think of our world in a whole new way. That table was no longer just a table. It was now a collection of minuscule atoms that made molecules that squeezed themselves together to make the solid oak table. And then to think of that table, and myself, in terms of the infinitely large universe, a universe so inconceivably ginormous that it made anything seem possible. It was almost terrifying thinking of the possibilities that science presented, but comforting at the same time that it could now provide me with answers to so many of the questions that overwhelmed me as a child. It made sense that after high school, I chose to work towards a science degree, even though I really didn't know what career I wanted to pursue. I just wanted to learn more about this discipline that had interested me for so long. Then, when I knew I wanted to become a teacher, choosing a science specialization seemed obvious. But really, what is the point of teaching science? Surely, it's not enough to teach something just because it's interesting. So this leads me to ask, why teach elementary science? There really are two parts to this question. Why teach science and why teach elementary? Let's start with that first question. Why is science important? Each person can have a very different association to the word science. Some people may have a visceral, adverse reaction to the word, conjuring memories of struggling in some chemistry lab somewhere. And others will smile fondly thinking back to their science classes. But developing a basic scientific literacy is important for everyone. First off, take a look at the rapidly changing world we live in now. We are living in a scientific and technological age, a knowledge society. Science is crucial for developing new technologies, which is important not only for our economy, but also for our own well-being, since these technologies can lead to the development of life-saving medicines and the tools needed to protect us from the destruction of our environment. Science is pervasive in our society, and the foundation to many of the debates that we hear about in politics, and to the choices that we need to make on a daily basis. Scientific literacy is therefore a crucial component for a responsible society. Whether citizens are considering which political party they believe best addresses the issues of climate change, or when deciding between organic versus conventionally grown fruits at the supermarket. And finally, in teaching science, we will be teaching students how to separate truth and reasoned arguments from unsound evidence, which protects our students from falling prey to scams that promise the secret to the latest fad for a fee. So kids need to know science. This is a worthwhile endeavor because it is important for the child. But why would someone choose to teach elementary specifically? And while considering why one might teach science really puts the emphasis on why it is important for the student, I think addressing the question of why one would teach elementary shifts the focus to why it might be important for the teacher. Certainly, choosing to teach elementary over secondary is likely a personal preference. But there's more to it than just liking kids. First and foremost, I believe that teaching elementary is a unique opportunity to instill a love of learning in students at an age when learning is natural and even exciting. Children are naturally curious about the world and beyond, and we must try to encourage this excitement of learning so that students may take this with them into their higher levels of studies. Science provides us with an especially useful landscape for fostering this love of learning, in that science provides a way of understanding and interpreting our world, which can satisfy their curiosity, and can lead to inquiring minds that promotes the development of lifelong learners. Elementary education also supports the unique opportunity for interdisciplinary work, which personally excites me to think of the possibilities in the types of projects and classwork I can design for my classroom. So why am I excited to be an elementary science teacher? It's clear that elementary science education is important for children. Yes, of course, having a repertoire of scientific knowledge and how to use certain technologies will be useful when youth are trying to find jobs after graduation. But there are so many more reasons to why science is important to these kids. Having a scientific literacy is a necessary skill for understanding the world as it is now, as well as the many ways it will change within this next generation. And I can rest easy knowing that the work that I will be doing will be serving a purpose. It is of great value that as pre-service teachers we ponder these questions and really delve into why we want to teach. If science teachers believe that science is of value, they will be better motivated to make the science program exciting, relevant, and worthwhile for their students. And really, isn't that the whole reason we're here?
created using Powtoon.